Hey there, fellow pen enthusiasts! Ready to take your writing game to the next level by switching from ballpoint pens to fountain pens? Well, you're in the right place because today we're going to talk about 4 key differences between these two awesome pen types. Alright, let's get this show on the road. First up, let's talk about ink. Fountain pens and ballpoint pens don't just differ in their tips, they also use completely different inks. Fountain pens rock water-based inks, while ballpoint pens stick with oil-based inks. Now, water-based inks take a bit longer to dry and can smudge when wet. But don't worry, many ink manufacturers have come up with quick-drying and waterproof formulas to solve these issues. And here's the cool part. Fountain pen inks come in a crazy range of colors, and some even have special effects like sheen or dual shading. On the flip side, oil-based inks used in ballpoint pens are quick-drying and waterproof, but they can be a bit boring when it comes to colors. Seriously, black, blue, and red seem to be their go-to shades. Now, let's talk about paper. Turns out not all papers are created equal when it comes to fountain pens. Water-based inks don't play nice with certain types of paper like glossy photo paper or thermal receipt paper. They just sit on the surface, not wanting to be absorbed. On the other hand, ballpoint pens with their trusty oil-based inks have no problem writing on coated papers. So, keep a ballpoint pen handy for those moments when your fountain pen doesn't feel like cooperating. Oh, and if you want the best performance from your fountain pen, grab some high-quality paper. Trust me, your pen will appreciate it. Let's get into some pen holding techniques. Picture this. A ballpoint pen is usually held almost perpendicular to the paper because of that small revolving ball at the tip. If you hold it too low, you might experience some scratchiness from the cone edge dragging against the paper. But with a fountain pen, things are a bit different. It's all about that sweet 45-degree angle. Of course, if you naturally hold your pen a little higher and it writes smoothly, that's totally cool too. But if you're feeling like the ink flow is a bit dry, try holding the pen a bit lower and see if it helps. Oh, and remember, you can rotate a ballpoint pen as you write, but a fountain pen's nib should always face up with its slit and breather hole. Nibs have rules, you know. Ballpoint ink is like a thick paste compared to the smooth-flowing ink of a fountain pen. That means ballpoint pens require a bit more pressure to make marks on paper. But here's the good news. Fountain pens are all about light and gentle strokes. Seriously, some fountain pens will write with just a brush of the nib against the paper. If you find yourself applying too much pressure and your fountain pen's tines starts spreading, girl, you're pressing too hard. Ease up a bit and let the ink do its thing. Your hand will thank you. Last but not least, maintenance. Fountain pens need a little more TLC compared to ballpoint pens. If you pick up a fountain pen that's been sitting around, it might take a minute for the ink to flow or it could be completely dry. That's why it's important to use your fountain pens regularly. Regular use keeps the ink flowing through the feed and prevents it from drying up. And hey, don't forget to clean your fountain pen periodically, especially if you plan on switching ink colors. No one wants a contaminated ink disaster. Even if you stick with the same ink, a good flush every now and then keeps things running smoothly. Now, let's talk about picking your first fountain pen. To make things easy, start with cartridge filling pens. They're a breeze to use. Just pop in a cartridge and wait for the ink to flow. Plus, many cartridge pens can also use converters, so you can try out bottled inks too. As you gain more fountain pen experience, you can explore other filling systems like pistons and vacuums. But for now, let's keep it simple. Oh, and when it comes to your first fountain pen, we recommend starting with an inexpensive option that won't break the bank. Trust us, if you find out that fountain pens aren't your thing, splurging on a luxury pen will feel like a major bummer. Luckily, there are plenty of budget-friendly pens out there that are perfect for students, professionals, and everyone in between. One great option is the Fortress. It's under $50 and has a fantastic nib available in 2 sizes, fine and medium. And if you want to experiment with different inks, you can grab a converter too. We want to hear from you. If you've made the switch from ballpoint pens to fountain pens, we'd love to know what surprised you the most. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. By the way, if you've ever written on or a seat with a gel pen which is kinda sorta like a ballpoint pen, don't worry, we'll cover that in a future video. So hit that subscribe button to state you. Well, folks, thanks a bunch for watching. We hope you enjoyed this fountain pen extravaganza. Remember to embrace the elegance of fountain pens and happy writing.